Well, Storm Team 8 is forecasting the hottest weather of the season this week, and with that, large crowds are expected out on Lake Michigan.
Yesterday, the Coast Guard dealt with at least 10 rescues on Lake Michigan as waters became dangerous on the big lake. 24 Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks is live for us in Grand Haven with the reason why. Leon?
Brian and Marley, good evening. Things can turn quickly out on the water from calm and serene to dangerous and extreme. And the warning tonight is from the Coast Guard. They say the high winds were a big issue in the 10 rescues they had to do here on Lake Michigan yesterday alone. That's a lot, and these efforts can be very expensive. By and large, the crowds out on the big lake have a great time and enjoy one of West Michigan's most prized attractions. But it doesn't take long for a day at the beach or a walk on the pier to turn into a tragedy. At this scene, a kayaker's life lost on choppy Lake Michigan waters in Grand Haven a week ago. 10 times yesterday, Coast Guard crews dealt with someone falling into the water. Activating the Coast Guard is an expensive venture for taxpayers. $7,000 an hour for a smaller boat to aid in the search. And if there's a chopper in the sky like there was last week, the Coast Guard says add $10,000 to the hourly rate.
It's all hands on deck.
While waves were calm this afternoon and the pier stayed dry, yesterday was another story. One man was swept off the pier. Thankfully, he's safe tonight.
Lake Michigan is deep and she's powerful, so she can pick up real quick and change the weather drastically in a short amount of time.
These folks aren't worrying about being swept off. They're jumping off the pier. A risky move, no doubt, but they say they are aware of what's happening with the weather.
We look at the flag and make sure that the water is going to be safe today.
In addition to the winds, water levels on Lake Michigan are high, almost a foot higher than they were this time last year. That means it takes even smaller waves to wash over the pier and create a potentially life-threatening scenario. Now, aside from being aware of the conditions, the weather especially, the Coast Guard emphasized the use of life jackets as a way to potentially save your own life before something bad even happens. Brian.
All right, Leon. Yes, everyone just be safe out there. Thank you for that live report.